Hi students, once again welcome back to my channel. I am Sabu. Already we have completed 3 classes relating to trial balance. What is trial balance? How to prepare trial balance? And what are the objectives of trial balance? That we have seen from the earlier 3 classes. Today we are going to start with what are the types of errors? How to rectify the error? This is very important for the class 11 students as well as the CA foundation students. For rectifying an error, you should have a thorough knowledge in accounting rules and accounting concepts. So many practical and academic videos are available in my channel. Kindly go through each video. You can understand the theoretical aspect of accounting as well as the practical aspect of accounting. So kindly go through each video, and a humble request for the viewers, kindly like, share and subscribe my channel. You will get lot of useful videos. Come to the session. What are the types of errors? The errors can be broadly classified into two: error of principle and clerical errors. These are the two main classification of the errors: error of principle and clerical errors. Again, this clerical errors can be divided into four: error of omission, error of commission, compensating error and duplicating error. These are the four errors that can be committed during the course of clerical work. First of all, the errors can be divided into two: error of principle and clerical errors. Again, the clerical errors can be broadly classified into four. One is error of omission, second is error of commission, third is compensating error, and the fourth is duplicating error. Again, the error of omission can be classified into two: complete omission and partial omission. These are the classification of errors. We can go through each one. Then you can clearly understand each error. No need to study the topics by heart. Everything is simple because all these errors we are doing every day. So we just go through the first classification: error of principle. What is error of principle? See, the name itself saying that error of principle. So the error of principle means doing the accounting work without the proper knowledge of the principles of accounting. So what are the errors we committing during the course of accounting work without the proper knowledge of the accounting? That we are doing every day. We are doing something, we are writing the books of accounts without understanding the accounting rules and without applying the accounting concepts. These are the first error called error of principle. Doing the accounting work without proper accounting knowledge. For example, we are paying rent to Mr. A, 5,000 rupees. So here, go to the accounting rules and the concepts. Two aspects are here. What are the aspects? One debit aspect, one credit aspect. So the question is, rent paid to Mr. A for the month of July 2021, 5,000 rupees. This is the question. So what are the aspects here? One is rent and the another is A and the third one is cash. So three aspects we can see here. Rent paid to Mr. A by cash rupees 5,000. One is rent and another is A and the third is cash. Rent is nominal account, A is a personal account, cash is a real account. So the question is where we will debit, whether on rent or on Mr. A. Usually we have to debit to expenses. That means rent. It is a nominal account. Debit all expenses and losses. So rent account at 5,000 to cash 5,000. This is the entry. Instead, without knowing the accounting rules and the classification of real, nominal and personal, we will consider the debits as Mr. A because we can apply one more rule there. A is a person. What is the rule of personal account? Debit is the receiver, credit is the giver. When somebody receives the amounts from us, we have to debit them. Here, Mr. A is receiving 5,000 from us. So some students, what will do? They will debit to Mr. A. because A is receiving. This is the error of principle. When an expense paid, it should be debited to expense account, not on personal accounts or not on asset accounts or liability account. It should be accounted in expense only. So without this accounting concept and rule or principle, we are passing the entry Mr. A account debtor 5,000 to cash 5,000. This is called error of principle. And one more example, we are buying a machinery from Mumbai that will cost 10 lakh rupees. For taking that machinery from Mumbai to our premises, we spent rupees 10,000 towards transport charges. So the machinery cost of 10 lakhs we paid, and on the second day we are receiving another bill of 10,000 rupees, that is the transport charges for bringing the machinery from Mumbai to our premises. The question is, what will be the entry of transport charges rupees 10,000 paid to the transporter? What will be the entry? Normally, without the knowledge of accounting principle, we will debit it to transport charges 10,000, to cash or to bank 10,000. But this is wrong, because any expenses relating to acquisition of an asset will be treated as a capital expenditure. So for bringing a machinery from any point to our premises, whatever the expenses we met, it should be debited to the concerned assets, because it is a capital expenditure. It is not revenue expenditure. So the actual entry would be machinery account at 10,000 to cash 10,000. Narration being transport charges paid for bringing the machinery from Mumbai to our premises. So instead of knowing the accounting rule and what is revenue expenditure and what is capital expenditure, we will debit to transport charges as a revenue expenditure. The account will be wrong. So these are the expense can be classified into error of principle. So what is error of principle? Errors committed without the knowledge of proper accounting principles. So what are the errors committed against the accounting principles? All that come under the preview of error of principle. Now I think you may understand the error of principle. Come to the next classification, clerical errors. It is also showing in name itself, clerical errors. All errors that may happen during the course of accounting work or clerical work, that is called clerical errors. So while we preparing the books of accounts, what are the possible mistakes, errors that can be committed? All that come under the classification of clerical errors. So all these mistakes classified separately. First one is error of omission. So what is error of omission? In the name itself it is saying again, error of omission. Something we omitted to record. Simple. Error of omission means something we omitted to record during the course of accounting work. For example, 100 rupees we paid for the freight. It is a small amount, but we forget to record in our books. So there is no entry related to the freight paid rupees 100. While writing the books of accounts, we are omitting the transaction. This is called complete omission. On the other side, sometimes we may record the debit and forget to record the credit, and vice versa. We will record the credit and forget to record the debit. This is happened during the course of posting. So one side is recorded and the other side is not recorded. This is called partial omission. So partial omission means omitted to record the transaction partially. One side recorded, one side not recorded. So what is error of principle? What is clerical errors? What is error of omission? What is complete omission? What is partial omission? The next one is error of commission. Why it is called commission? The word commission here arrived from commit. When we write the books of accounts, we may commit some errors. So the word commission arrived from committed. That is the meaning here, commission. Don't confuse the word commission. It is arrived from committed. So what are the errors that may happen during the course of accounting work? under the category of commission. So the errors can be committed during the course of posting, casting means totaling, balancing. So all these are the errors which will come under the preview of commission. Wrong posting. When we post the debit aspect and the credit aspect to a respective ledger, by mistake we posted to the wrong side of the account. That means instead of debit side, we posted to credit side. This is error of commission. Wrong posting. On the same way, wrong totaling. When we total the both sides, an arithmetical mistake while calculating the total. If the total is wrong, our balance will be wrong. So this is the second error during the course of casting. And another one is balancing. After balancing the account, we have to carry forward the balance. So while carry forward the balance, we have put the balance on the wrong side. So when we taken that balance to trial balance, automatically we will write on the wrong amount column. The credit amount will be written on the debit amount column because the account is showing like that only. So all these types of errors are called errors of commission. Errors committed during the course of posting, casting, balancing. Again, the third one is compensating error. Compensating error means an error which is counterbalanced by another error. See, one error happens without knowledge. While we writing another transaction, we are again committing the error, but it will be opposite to the first error. So both the amount will nullify. For example, purchase of rupees 10,000. When we post the entry to the ledger account, instead of 10,000 we written as 1,000. So in purchase account debit side we can see 1,000. It is wrong. Afterwards, when we record the sale transaction, again one more 10,000 sales we recorded as 1,000. Now what will happen? The debit side is reduced by 9,000 rupees and now the sales account is also reduced by 9,000 rupees. Both are tallied. There is no difference. So this is called compensating, and one error is counterbalanced by another error or nullified by another error. This is called compensating error. The compensating error we can't identify from the trial balance. Come to the fourth error, duplicating error. So what is duplicating error? Duplicating. We recorded a transaction twice. Salary paid 1,000 on August 1st. It is already recorded on the August 1st. And again on August 2nd we recorded the transaction. So now the salary account is showing 2,000 rupees instead of 1,000 rupees. We are recording more than one time. This is called duplicating error. So these are the major classification of errors. Now you got the errors, error of principle, clerical errors. Clerical errors are again classified into 4: error of omission, error of commission, compensating error, duplicating error. Error of omission again classified into 2: complete omission, partial omission. In simple, nothing to study by heart. Now just go through the errors. Some errors may reflect by the trial balance and some errors may not be reflected in trial balance. Now you can say which error will affect the trial balance and which error will not affect the trial balance. See the error of principle. Error of principle never affect the trial balance, never affect the equality of trial balance, because we have written everything but the debit or credit will be wrong. So it will not affect the equality of trial balance. So the error of principle never affect the equality of trial balance. Under the clerical error, error of omission, the complete omission never affected the trial balance because we omitted the entire transaction. It will not affect the trial balance because nothing we recorded. Partial omission will affect the equality of trial balance because one side is recorded, the other side is not recorded. We are following double entry bookkeeping. So this will affect the trial balance. So the error of principle never affected the equality of trial balance. Complete omission never affected the equality of trial balance. Partial omission will affect the trial balance. Error of commission will affect the trial balance because errors are committed during the course of posting, casting, balancing. So this will affect. We post to the wrong side. Definitely it will affect the trial balance. When we totaling, the total is wrong. Definitely it will affect the balance. So it will affect the trial balance. So the error of commission will affect the equality of trial balance. Compensating error. The compensating error never affect the equality of trial balance because one error is nullified by another error. So it will we can find out from the trial balance whether any error happened. Our trial balance will be tallied. We can't say any mistakes in trial balance, but mistake is there. The fourth one is duplicating error. The duplicating error also we can't find out from the trial balance because the trial balance will tally. We have recorded more than one time. The debit aspect is correct, the credit aspect is correct. So it will never affect the trial balance. This is the simple way to study the trial balance and the errors. Don't study by heart. Study the basic things of the accounting rules. What are the mistakes we are doing every day? That mistake we can classify. We are writing something without the knowledge of proper accounting knowledge. This is called error principle. While writing the transaction on the journal, we are omitted one transaction. This is called complete omission. When we post the debit aspect and the credit aspect, we posted only one side. The second side is we omitted. That is called partial omission. When we record a transaction, we have omitted some values and the same value we committed again on the other side. That is called compensating error. One transaction we already ended, but again we recorded that one transaction. That is called duplicate error. That is all. So these are the errors. I think you may watch the errors. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. You will get lot of useful accounting classes. The accounting subject is very easy to study and very easy to understand. But the only thing you have to understand the concept and the rules. Without knowing the accounting principles, you can't do your work properly. This type of errors may happen. So kindly subscribe and stay connected with me. You will get so many important classes. This is very important and useful for the class 11 students as well as the CA foundation students. On the next class, we will go through some problems. How to rectify the error. For rectifying the error, we can apply only 3 steps. So when we are going step by step, everything we can complete. So this is simple. On the next class, you can understand how to rectify the error, what are the steps we have taken for rectifying the error, how we apply the techniques. Everything you can do. So we can meet on next video. Till then, bye.